Okay. Is everything working? Is everything working? I sure hope so. um, okay. Where's my mic? I'm not muted. My drink is finished, and so is my lunch. There we go. Let us begin. I know a little bit about this game, but not much. No. Until the computer is barely visible. And the current time is 12:42. Oh, that's meta. Okay.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Mm-hmm. That's me. I'm Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor at his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of
A simple enough job.
and although others might have considered it soul-wrenching,
Fair enough.
Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
I'm gonna sound like a lunatic. I'm getting Portal 2 kind of vibes from this. Oops, I didn't mean to click that. Then one day, something peculiar happened. I hate Mondays.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Does everyone have an eye?
Stanley
Ooh, a
decided
pencil
to go to the
sharpener.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Must be the case. Must not be the meeting room. Odd place to keep your thing, and you guys really should close these. Basic safety hazards. I mean, come on, guys.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
On my left, got it. Is this gonna turn into a horror game at some point? I really don't know much about this game. I've seen a little bit, but I don't know much.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
This is just gibberish. This is corporate gibberish. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Ooh, hey, a broom closet. Oh, wow.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
There is
So
nothing
he turned
here.
around and got back on track.
He's right, there's nothing here. I guess I'll... If I could... Hi. Can I close you? There we go. It's important to keep doors closed.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
That door's locked. Must be a janitor closet. Oh, this is a nice office. I really have to go to the bathroom, though. Hee hee. Yeah. Mirror's broken, so I don't get to see what I look like. Well, wash my hands. Doodle-a-doodle-a-doodle-a-doodle-a-doo. Okay. It's important to close doors behind you. Sharon should be here. Where's the secretary? Strange.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing the buttons on the keypad,
That's funny.
Stanley happened to input the
Correct
correct
code by sheer luck. Amazing.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Uh-oh. Can't turn around now. Let's get going. I've changed my mind. This isn't Portal. This is The End is Never the End is Never the End, I think.
A bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Is there a way to jump?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I have no choice but to go down. Whoops.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome.
I don't think I was supposed to do...
Oh
no, I was. Whoops.
In 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So, here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you.
I can't tell if he's mad at me or not.
Seemed like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You
What is happening?
nowhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how
What is...
you are. We call this track Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done. Good job. You did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job. You made it to the bottom of the mind control facility.
What am I...
Jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug.
What is going
Now
on?
it's ending. Now it's ending.
What is this?
I believe
What
in
is-
you. I believe in your ability
What is happening?
to cross this barrier.
What is...
Chase your dreams.
I didn't even mean to fall off. That was an accident.
Anything. Good job. You
I just kind of looked like I could, so I tried.
Good job. You did it. Good job. You did it. Good
Can I, like,
job. You did it.
do anything?
Good job. You did it. 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 of his co-workers were gone.
Okay, let's get back to not jumping off the
Stanley
edge.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This part should all be mostly the same. I'm going to keep an eye out for any differences, but I don't see any. Nope, yeah, that's all good.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Here we go. Let's go get the what I assume is the
Yet there was
proper
not a
ending from
single
following
person
his
here
instructions.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just
I'm
let
sorry,
the
Mr.
talk.
Narrator. I didn't realize I'd
That
upset
kind of
you.
anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
What is this? What is...
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Yep. I wonder how many achievements this game has. One moment. Only 11. That's not too bad at all. That's not... You could probably knock that out in an afternoon.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'll keep that escape one in mind for a second.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
I think it opens here.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, it's this way. Okay. Cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Fire,
Each bore
fire.
the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I'm 427. Where am I? There I am. Yep, that's my office.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Get me out of here.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Where do I go? I go here?
But here
Okay.
was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Well?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Beat the game, wow. There's no way that's all that. There's gotta be more. There's gotta be more. What was that escape path I saw, I wonder?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps I have simply just missed a memo.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I have two questions to wonder about. The on button.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Hold on. Let me check something real quick. I'm just going to see what the achievements look like. Hee hee. I see.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Those are quite the
Stanley
achievements.
decided
Don't
to
open
go
the
up
game
to
for
his
10
boss's
years.
office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, and there's down.
Coming
I have to
to
see
a
what's down as
staircase,
well.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Many
office.
paths to keep track of. So first, let's check the escape.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Quelle super. Is the narrator French? I can't believe they made the narrator French. Le wokisme, as they say.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Is that real? Okay. I'll respond. Long hallway, goodness.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
The end is never the end is never the end. I swear that's a game by that title. I swear there's a game with that title.
Into motion, and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise. He reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated, as the machine crushed every bone in his body.
That happened to my buddy Eric once. Hold on. Forgot to close the door. And yet I'm still alive? How strange. No boxes. I'm safe. What the?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Stanley's computer. Is this a museum? Nature paintings? Interesting. So much to learn. Can't turn it back on, it seems. Credits, nice. Painting. Or a printer, sorry. Fun, yay, I love fun. Michael the Rock Martin. Okay, so just change. What? From Dink Dunk. Subject gay. Are you... Desert boots. Okay. I feel like that'll just cycle for a very long time, so I'm going to ignore it. The lounge, something I haven't seen. Cargo lift, also something I haven't seen. Ah. I see. That's how I learn about... Okay. Vent. I like to think I'm a decent person who doesn't immediately think of Among Us when I see a vent, but I'm afraid that's just not true. Cut and merge with another part of the game. Fascinating. Neat. Okay, where am I? Yeah, it's pretty identical. Was I over here yet? Let's see. Here's the elevator. Countdown ending. Sounds like spoilers to me, boss. That's where I need to go for that. I think I've seen most of this. Let's go. I guess that's where I need to go now.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another.
Me and the narrator?
How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Can I? No, I can't see.
Perhaps
It's,
not.
you turned out the lights.
Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Oh.
But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only
True choice.
I'm choose for you.
Neat. So escape does kill me unless I quit out early.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company.
I think we can skip this.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Let's
it mean?
let's disobey.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
This time I- oh,
Perhaps
no,
he had
wait.
simply missed a memo.
6 for 24. Where's door number 430? I need to click on it 8 times. Has to be over this way. Right?
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give
I
you
should have
notes for
known.
such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to
I'm a
say,
pretty
still
fast
feeling
clicker,
the
boss.
satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417, you got it, boss. That should be this way.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437, where is that? Must be in a different area. Okay. Wait, oh mine's it's okay, there's 433 through 436. Ah, here it is.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415, you got it, boss.
Now, back to door number 437.
Back to door 437 on it, boss. A clicks per second test? I should do that at some point. Where is it? Here we go.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine. All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
That should be this way, I think? No. No, it is the other way. Okay. I'm lost. 419?
Yes, this is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
417 is there, then 416 should be.
We've almost got it.
Why
Now
is
the
he
copy
so
machine do that one again?
Bro is excited, good lord. Goodness, man is way too excited about this. I just wanted the achievement.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 430. Yes!
Yes. Let's go get the
Yet there was not a single person
mind
here
control
either.
turned on ending,
Feeling
I
a
think is what
wave
that will
of
be.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his
Good.
boss's
All is good
office,
in the broom
hoping
closet.
he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Here we go. I should get an auto clicker too. That'll be funny, I think.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Hi there, camera.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Let me in, let me in, let me
What horrible
in, let
secret
me
did this
in.
place hold? Stanley
Let me
thought to
in.
himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Let me in, please. Let me in.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true
Where am I?
nature
Where am I?
revealed.
Where am I?
Each bore the number of
There
an
I am.
employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley...
Let me over there,
was
please.
eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay. Let's keep going. That elevator's
This
going to come
mind
down from
control
up
facility,
there.
It was too horrible to believe it
Now
couldn't
where am
be
I?
true.
Where am I? Where am
Had
I?
Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason
I was
he
looking in the right
happy with
area.
his
Okay, it's right
boring
there.
job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I do that on Tuesdays, frankly. It's not that impressive, Stanley. Where am I? Oh, I was accidentally looking up.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Whoopsie. I accidentally clicked the wrong... No, I meant to click the on one. I just misread it. Hold on. I actually just straight up clicked the wrong one. You know, let's try being disobedient.
This is the story of a man named... All of his co-workers would go, oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the
Okay, you can just
achievement?
skip that.
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you
I thought
think
he
an
might have some
achievement is
special
worth?
dialogue
No, no.
since I already have the achievements.
I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose when Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed
Who's
room.
leaving their coffee mugs
Stanley
on the
simply
floor?
stood here, drinking it all in.
Since I've chosen to go here, I can't go back. So let's keep going.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Eh?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got
That's
back
the meeting
on
room,
track.
but what happens if I... click this? Okay, a loading screen.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
There is only left to go. I can't go right.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Oh, okay.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
This is just actual, just like getting directions from...
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay.
Eyes are closed.
We just have to get back to, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what?
Oh.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Sure. Let's not think about that, shall we? Let's not think about that. I'm just going to keep moving forward. Don't stop moving at any point.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Loading screen, all right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
I mean, it's
Perhaps
actually
he'd
3 a.m.
missed a memo.
I don't see any doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse.
Worse.
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Sure. No. Looks like it could be important, but I can't get in there. Not just...
Ha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Does it?
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Yes, that seems like a good idea, Mr. Narrate. Yeah? Yeah.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Congrats! Yay! I
I
win!
know you put in a lot of hard work.
I
and
win.
It really paid off. So, good job. Oh no, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that.
Are you kidding, bro? I've been walking for hours. What do you mean, no effort?
It's not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Let's just bunny hop forever.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
This is new. I'll follow the line.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay, now if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact
I think the line's
study
getting
of my
a
own
little
narrative
confused.
experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize.
I'm not sure
where
I can
we're
do the
going with
wall
that.
walk. Sorry, boss.
You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Where am I?
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
Yeah?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
I'll keep following the line, boss. I obey the adventure line.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
That's pretty good.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Open the door for me? Okay. Thanks, boss. What is happening?
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just
I wish I could
Stanley
bunny.
forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again.
You
Man,
trademarked
I'd
again.
also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I will not acknowledge the line. The line does not exist. The line does not exist.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here.
Sounds
Just
good.
walk in circles for a minute.
Sure.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So
What are you
starting
saying?
from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
He won't let me.
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this...
Rebel against the system, narrator. Rebel against the system.
You consulted me. Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
He won't do it.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree?
I'm inclined to.
Quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
I'm going to take a second to use the restroom. I'll be right back. That took a second, sorry. Took far longer than expected. Whoopsie. Let's get back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Up or down, I wonder. Up or down? I think down is good.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I do need to do a handful of chores that have been suddenly inflicted upon me, so
Yet
I will be...
There was not a single person here either.
I think I can get one or two more endings in, probably.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might
Let's
find
go down.
coming to a staircase.
I feel good about down.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken
1,
that
2,
risk?
B4, remember
All
that.
because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
AB11,
All of
12.
my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
1, 2, B4.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
Oh boy, my
Believing
favorite
that if
cold
he's
drinks,
asleep,
such
then he
as
has to take responsibility for
blue,
himself.
green,
Stanley is as awake
red,
right
blue,
now as he's
purple,
ever been in his life.
and yellow.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
That also happened to my buddy Eric once. We miss him.
Call for an ambulance. For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
We miss him still.
He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
A strange ending, but fitting.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Very
decided
strange
to go to
ending.
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oops. I hate the double click thing on my mouse. It's so easy to accidentally set off. Where am I? I was kind of just walking forward and not looking.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes, that's right. If I can't go up, I'll turn... Eh? Something's wrong. Oh, I just must have gotten turned around.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go... Oh, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait.
I've only... What is this bro waffling about?
By doing so much in this room, please take your time.
I will. I will take my time. Because in my deepest, darkest fantasies, I'm a broom. Okay, that's enough of that. Or is it? No, I'm done. I'm done with the broom closet for now. Let's go up.
To a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, there is only up, so I'll go.
Here's the door, just go.
You sound so disappointed in me.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh, I forgot to click the button. Whoops.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
B-hop.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
That's me. I'm Stanley.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Let's go.
Here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls
Lots of
labeled
numbers
with
I'm trying to
emotions.
remember.
Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Uh-oh.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off.
Can I run? I don't know.
If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine.
Why does he pronounce the S like that?
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yeah.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy.
3.
You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
Is there a 0 key somewhere that I missed?
You being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life.
Oh, this screen shake is a little nauseating.
Until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Well, unfortunately, that's just about all I have time for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Check out one of my other streams. And, sorry, coughing. I'll see you all in the next video, eh? Bye-bye.